Alam, Shalom, righteous family. Welcome back to TRU-TALK. And due to the news that President Trump said, and it's crazy how the most I work, he put it on my heart to make this video a day ago. Uh, but today I started hearing about what Trump said and how a lot of Somalians, some my bad, Somalians, uh, many of them love to say that they are not black because they are Somalian. Now you know me, I believe in hearing to listen and not react. That's how I think intelligent people should behave. We should always listen to understand. So let's hear them out. And 1, 2. Oh, let's see if I can get it.
Somalis are not black. Let me explain why. Looking at me right now, chat, am I black? I'm literally brown. I'm literally brown, bro. Think about it as well. Somalis are Arabs. We're in the Arab leagues. We speak the Arab language. We eat the Arab food. Bro, think about it like this, bro. If a whole community doesn't regard themselves as black, we can't be black, bro. We literally can't be black, bro. Boogie, did you eat your brain cells? Really and truly, Somalis are Arabs, bro. Think about it, bro. We're in the Arab leagues. We speak the Arab language. Bro, tell me I'm not lying, bro.
I don't care who said first, but we are not black. We are Somalis, we are not black. I don't know how to explain you guys this. This is like 5 years we are fighting about this topic. Let's change it. Come on, guys. We are not black. Me and all of my countrymen, we are not black. Come on, guys. Accept the pain.
Somalis are not black. Now, before you disagree with me, I just want to say, listen, right? There's no such thing as the term black. The term black only came about in colonization. I don't have to accept that, Sahib. That's why the other day when I was in a place, someone said to me, "Are you black?" I said, "I'm not black, Sahib. I don't accept that term." Because how can I or any other human being have the same skin color as this, bro? It's not possible. Can you see the correlation? It's not possible. It's not possible for someone to be a black. And before the people say, "Oh, you're self-hating, you know, you hate yourself." Listen, I don't hate myself. I'm proud to be my ethnicity, but I'm not black. I am not black. I don't even agree with any terms. I don't believe in whiteness or blackness or any of that. You know, I believe in ethnicity. So yes, I am Somali, but I'm not black. And I don't believe Nigerians are black. I don't believe South Africans are black. I don't believe Ghanaians are black. I believe, yes, we're African, but we're not black because black was a racially used term by the colonizers to put African people down, and I don't accept that term. So before niggas say to me, "Oh, you're black," I'm not black, right? I've never been black. So don't push that shit onto me, bro.
Not black, we're not Arab, we're Somali. Let me start off by why we're not black. This is black. This is brown, and there's not a single person in the world that's this skin color. Do your research. Black is the absence of color. It's what you get when there's no color. It's what you get when you turn off the light. You get black. And yes, I know there's going to be those people that say Somalis or East Africans are in that racial construct, that racial thing. But who made this? Who made this classification? It was the Europeans. The white man made it. And if a white man told me I'm a prick, doesn't mean I have to go by it. In my opinion, there's not a single person on this world, whether you're African, East African, North African, South African, or even in the Caribbean, that's black. We are not this color. We are just different shades of brown. And I believe some people, like East Africans, don't accept what the colonial people told them they are, and other people obviously accept it and they don't care what a colonial or the people that enslaved them called them. So right now, you're telling me if they called you back then, if they called you you're a prick or an idiot, you'll just accept it right now and you say, "Yeah, us Africans are idiots. We're pricks." Is that what you're telling me? Do the Asians call themselves yellow or red? I wonder. Now, for the reason why we're not Arab, yes, we may be in the Arab League. That doesn't make us Arab. We just did that for political time. Somali people came before the Arabs. The East African people came before the Arabs. We are Cushitic people. We are Cushitic speaking people. And the Cushitic language and the Cushitic people came before the Arabs. So you can't tell me we're Arab if we came before them. We don't share the same language and we speak the Cushitic language. We don't share culture. What culture do we have similar to the Arab people? Come on, man. We don't share anything similar. The only thing that we share is Islam. And you will find a lot of Arabs that are either Christian, Jewish, Muslim. It's hard to find a Christian Somali or a Jewish Somali. Somalis are 99% Muslim. And even that 1% gets disowned. Shout out to Chunks.
Are Somalis considered black? I'm sorry, to be the one that sparks this debate, or it has to be done. I used to be of the opinion back in the day that, of course, we're black. Somalis, look at our skin tone. But as the years went on, my opinion started to change. If you're asking, are Somali skin tone black? Then, of course, yes, our skin tone is. And I realized that as the years went on, it's nothing to do with skin tone, because I started to realize people are Somalis black. It's the reference, are Somalis the same? Other African countries, such as the countries within Africa. And then I thought, no, we're not the same as those people. Yes, a Moroccan isn't the same as a Nigerian, and a Nigerian isn't the same as a Somali. A Moroccan isn't considered black, a Nigerian is considered black, and a Somali, for some reason, it sparks a big debate. You got Somalis who say, we're not black, we didn't go through a slave trade. I don't think going through a slave trade is what makes you considered black first. And at the same time, why are we listening to Western societies who categorize people based on their skin tone? This is a white man, this is a black man, this is whatever, this is an Arab. So my question is, because I still don't have a definitive answer, can Saudis consider themselves black? And don't shoot the messenger, I'm just asking.
I don't care if I'm the first person to say this, but us Somalis are not black. There's a difference between African and black. Let me ask you a question. Are Egyptians black? Our history, culture are so much more compared to these other countries that actually black. You're not black, what are you? Somali. If you see a very dark Indian man, would he be identified as a black person or just Indian?
Bro, come on, bro. You're making me really look bad. Now they're wrong, man. These children are crazy up in here. Listen, bro. Black skin color. You are black. You don't see my face. You don't see your own face. What's going on? Somalis are black. They are both African and black. They are African because Somalia is in Africa. They are black because we have a black skin color. Black is not being black is not race. It's not an ethnicity. It's a skin color. So if you have black skin color, you are black. I don't care what country you're from, India, Pakistan, Tajikistan. I don't care. That's not the matter. If skin color, you are just black. It's not skin color you have. You just have it, and that's it. This black.
I hate when an ethnic Somali person is like, oh, we're all one, we're all one. We're not. We are not one. We try to be one. We are only one to y'all when it benefits you guys. It is nothing wrong with saying I'm Somali. Yes, I am Somali. I'm a Somali woman. But I'm Somali Bantu. Because y'all don't have any problems with pointing out your ethnic groups and your clans. But as soon as we do it, it's a problem. We are Somali Bantu. Our accomplishments are not your accomplishments. Because whenever you guys have an accomplishment, you do not share it with us. Whenever you get an opportunity, we don't share it with us. You don't help us in any way, shape, or form. But yet, every time we got something going on, oh, we're one. No, we are not. Somali Bantus have gone through so much. Our people came to the U.S. and started getting actual opportunities starting in 2000s. Y'all held us back for years and years, and we've endured so much, but because till now we're going through so much injustice in Somali from the same clan. Every once in a while y'all want to throw the we are all Somalis, we're one, then treat us like one.
Okay, so we heard from a couple of them. We even heard from Somali dude that don't agree. There was a couple of people. I didn't show all the videos, but there was a couple of Somalian people that didn't agree, and there was this Bantu woman. I guess she was born and raised in Somalia, So technically, she will be considered a Somalian, but she's Bantu, and she was like, y'all love to say that we won, but only when y'all benefit. But when it's the struggle, y'all want to separate. So just to give y'all a little bit understanding of, a couple of sides of how certain people feel. You know, now first I must say I don't agree with it, but I understand. Now, just as we heard them out, hear me out, because matter of fact, Buntu, from my understanding, is also Israelites. The Igbo and Buntu are both uh, Israelites groups that's on the continent. But nevertheless, when us Negroes in America start waking up and realizing who we truly are, our identity, we would say, hey, I remember my brother asked me, said, what you are? I was like, well, I'm black. He was like, well, black is a color. I said, well, I'm African American. It's like African American is two continent. How you gonna be two continent? I was like, well, I'm a Negro. It's like Negro is not a people, a nation. No, it's black. And he was like, if anybody that's moved from Africa come to America is considered African American. So, that's when he was like, we lost our identity. We don't know who we are. And that was the beginning of one of the questions I had to ask myself on this journey of finding out who I was. And a lot of Israelites, including me, I still consider myself a black man, but every now and then you'll hear somebody say, hey, we really are not black. We are Israelites from the tribe of Judah. That's who the Most High call us. That's what we should call ourselves. We are a nation and we got a name. And we should strive to what the white man or what these nations gave us, which, as the streets are called, bywords. Now, let's get to why I disagree. So that's why I understand. But why I disagree is because, like, every time I watch these videos, I see the common theme is we're not black. Black is this color. We're not this color. Even how the other dude said we are brown. Well, brown is a color too. Black is a color and brown is a color. So what if you call yourself black or brown, you're still calling yourself a color. But nevertheless, the idea that the word black came from white people, no, it didn't. In Africa, the word was black was being used. When Africa, when they described themselves as dark skinned people. When the white man came over in uh, Somalis, from like the dude said, we come from Kush. Kush is the son of Ham. Ham means burnt face or dark face. That's not something the white man came up with. That's the term, what it means. So the word black has always been in existence. It ain't something that the white man made up. And why I believe a lot of people like to try to separate themselves from black is, for one reason, is the word black, what it means. When you look in a dictionary, black is everything bad and white is everything good and pure. So that's one of the reasons. It's almost like a downgrading word. If somebody call you black, it's a stigma. It's a word nobody want to be called. And then black people are usually associated with one group of people. Like one of the dudes said, he said, I don't think, oh, they say we're not black because we wasn't part of the slave trade. I don't think we have to be part of the slave trade to be black. And truly, that's why a lot of them consider themselves, they consider black people as a term for slaves. That if you black, you are how can I put it? The so-called African Americans that descended from slaves in in the media. A lot of times they like to paint us as gangsters and thugs, the bad guy, and they don't want to be associated with that group of people. They don't want to be associated with our people as black. Like they don't mind taking our styles and being influenced by us, but they don't want to be associated. They want to be the good Negroes. So no, I'm not those black people. I'm Samaritan. I'm the good black person. Now, but as I start to realize, like Somalia, Somalia is a country name. So like when people say, well, African America is two continents, I see where they're coming from. But what's wrong being called two continents? Usually people are called by a landmass. If somebody is born in Somalia, they consider Somali. Like this lady right here that's Bantu, but obvious consider herself Somali because she was born in Somalia, but she consider herself a Bantu also. So yes, and there's a certain thing as even amongst the trail tribes, everybody is not Judah. You got Gav, you got Dan, you got Levi, you got Reuben, and that's what they was called. They was called by their tribe name, their tribe identity. Now together we was Israelites, but individually we had our tribal names, even though we was one people. And there's a lot of tribal war that's going on in Africa, and we can't try to tongue up our nose at that, because even in America we had tribal war. It's just different. The Bloods and Crips are tribal wars. The East Coast and West Coast beef was a tribal war. But this idea that I'm not black because uh, we got different culture. Uh, White people got different cultures. France and Italy and people in America, they got different cultures, but they all consider themselves so-called white people. Now this idea is nobody's black and nobody's white. I get that, but in general, to describe people, we say, hey, these are white people, these are black people, these are Asian people, or yellow people, whatever you want to call it. And you may not agree with it, but for common sense, for understanding, this is the term. And when we say you black, we're not saying that you are actually the color black. We're saying that you are from the Negro race and not the Caucasian race. Like he said, oh, the Egyptians are they're black, they from Africa. No, they are. They would be considered. Uh, I don't really know how the Egyptians really look. I think like Caucasian or maybe Arab or something. But the original Egyptians was black. So yes, it has to do not just with skin color, but hair texture, skin color, and facial features. See, a lot of Indians over there, they got very dark skin, but they got straight hair, thin lips, and pointy nose. When we saying you black, we saying you got curly, woolly hair with a broad nose with thick lips, and your skin dark, and you come with this little thing that I like to call swag. And I think every Hebrew Israelite got it that's on this planet that's black, no matter where you from. And also the Hamnites, they got some of it also because it just will come with melanin. You have that rhythm. But nevertheless, when we say you're black, we're not saying you are a color. We're not saying that you don't have to have the same culture as somebody to be black. You don't have to speak the same language as somebody to be black. Because this is the arguments that I hear. We got different culture. We speak different language. Uh, like I said, like for instance, in America, you can say that somebody from the South and somebody from the North got different cultures. And I use this example a lot because it's true. People from the South, they dress different, they eat different, they talk different than people from up north. Even our music sound different. But we are same black people. Some come light, some come jet dark, but we still are so-called Negroes. Got different texture of hair, but we are still got woolly hair and it's still black people. So when we saying you black, we saying that you from the Negro group. That when somebody look at you or me or any other person in Africa, more likely they'll be hard to tell you are Somali or from this place or that place, unless you open your mouth and they hear you talk or they observe you or you say it. So when we saying that you're black, the only thing we're saying is yes, you identify with this group of people, which is Negroes. And yes, Negroes got different tribes in it, got different subgroups of Negroes. Uh, Hams are considered a Negro people, and Sham are considered a Hebrew Negro. And from my understanding, Japheth is also considered a Negro people. Black people was the first people on this planet. Even scientists say white people came late on. So yes, even though we was all different on this, had different subgroups and different culture, and nobody's saying deny your culture or your ancestry or your people. Just understand that it's offensive because two things can be true at the same time. You can look at yourself and say, I don't want to be called a black person, but also consider what do it mean to be black and take pride in that. Black is not a bad thing to be called. It's not just the black people in America. It's who you associate with as a people group. No matter if you jet black or light, or if your hair kinky woolly or loose woolly, you know what I'm saying? No other group of people do this. If no matter if a white person from Italy, from France, Spain, no matter where they from, they know they are different. Spain and France, they know they got different subgroups, but they don't deny themselves as being white people. And it's obvious that because there's some type of shame and there's some type of separation you want to make. And it's why do you want to make that separation and why are you ashamed to be black? Once again, black is not a term that the white person came up with. I'm not going to say the term, but it's not a word that the white person came up with. The color and black word has always existed. Now, we know that when we talk about blacks, we not, we know black, white, yellow, uh, what's the other color, red, that nobody really are those colors, but they do describe a people group. And that's just when you understand it. I don't want to try to get these people a way out, but I just don't think they understand that. I know a lot of it come with pride, and I know a lot of it come with they don't want to be associated with black people, and they think black is a negative term. So like we ain't stupid. We know, you like, oh no, we not those black Negroes in Africa that were slaves, and black is the created corn, and we not gonna take on the white man word. But a lot of these Somalis came over here to the west, so you're not gonna take on his tongue, but you're gonna come over here to the west and speak his language and eat his food and wear his clothes. And so let's not play semantics like this, because if you want to just keep it all the way your culture and jet the white man thought and this and that, then reject it all. But everything should be submissive and everything should come with understanding. And I don't know if they just refuse or maybe the lack of understanding. I know I see their their passion and their commitment to and their thinking process, and all of them are saying the same thing. While they're not black, we got our own culture. So do people in Tanzania, in Ghana, and other parts of Africa. Their culture get different, but they consider themselves black. Many of them, and that's the thing. A lot of Somalians are saying we're not African, we Somalians. All the other Africans are black, and we just Somalians. And then you got other Somalis, like the dude said that, hey, I don't think none of us are black. I think that I'm Somalian, and a Ghana person is a Ghana person, and a Tanzania person is a Tanzania person. Yes, I think Tanzania is a black Tanzania. You are a black Somali. Uh, 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 and it goes on and on and on because the truth is, if anybody, a black me being a black man, if I see you, I'm gonna see another brother, and the term I'm gonna use is black man. And I'm proud to be black, and we proud to be who we are. We should not try to separate ourselves from one another. And say, oh no, I'm different. I'm another person. I'm like, it's like trying to say you're not Negro. You're not part of the African family. You separated from it. But what's that all about? Because if a Chinese or an Arab or anybody that's not from the Negro family, a white man see you, they gonna see a black person. They gonna see a Negro. They gonna see an African. A lot of y'all people, when y'all come over here to the West, y'all put down y'all race. It's are you a white Somalian or a black Somalian? And you gotta put down I'm a black Somalian. Just like we seen that white dude that was up there, he got no business talking about the black Somalian being there, cause we know he's white. He's a white Somalian. And that's what we talking about. Y'all don't look like that white dude that was in the beginning of the video talking about he's a Somalian. Y'all hair not like his. Y'all don't dance like him. Like even if y'all culture is similar, even in the household is different. Like y'all don't do the same. Like even though here in America, black culture and white culture are different. Even though we still experience the American culture, there's American so-called black culture and American so-called white culture. But no, being black is not something to be ashamed of. And when you separate yourself from a group of people and say we not like y'all, we different from y'all, we not you, and get treated like everybody in that people group that treated, and then turn around and look for help from that people group, what do you expect? Since y'all Arabs, go get the Arabs to help you. Since y'all like to be close to whiteness, get the white folks to help you. And that's what's happening in Minnesota. A lot of people saying, "Oh, I thought y'all was not black. Oh, me not black. Me not black. Me Somalian." Now y'all getting treated like black people. Trump said what he said about you. The same people in America, y'all Somalian, especially in Minnesota, that voted for him. Oh, because when it was happening to black people, it was cool. When all black people was labeled as bad, it was all of us. Even you hear some Africans and Somalian, they'll throw all of us in the bus. All of us drug dealers, all of us ain't got no father in the house. All the negative things they can say about us, oh, it's the whole community, it's every black person. But now they're on the news saying, oh, those people that got caught scamming, that wasn't all of us, that was just a couple of us. That don't speak for the whole community. Oh, now you know how it feels to be called out for what a few people do and the whole community be criminalized. Now they talk about they doubling down their papers when we was going through frisk and and first where they was stopping and patting us down and locking us up. Oh, we not black. We Somalian. Y'all didn't care about that. Y'all didn't care at all. The struggles that we was going through because in the back of your mind, we deserved it. We was lazy. The whole community was garbage. We was no good people. Now Trump tell you how he feel about you. It's like, oh no, all y'all Negroes, those Somalis, they stink. They trash. What he think about all black people? What now you oh black people where you at? Help us. Everybody want help from us, but they don't want to be a part of us. And this is dangerous with separating yourself from people that look like you, that can identify with you, that come from the same continent you come from, and you gonna divide yourself from those people to join with who? You think the white people gonna accept you? You think the Arabs gonna accept you? Or do you think y'all can do it if you always able to do it fine by yourself, then don't go to no other country. Don't come over here to America. By the way, the only reason y'all was able to come over here was because of those bad African Americans that's lazy and no good. The fault that we fought. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I got mad when I seen those Somalis and the scam and how much money they make because these are the same Somalians that stick their nose up in the air and look down at black people that struggle here in America. And they'll say that we lazy and oh we came over here from Africa and look how well we doing. And found out they stealing from the government, lying on paperwork for each other, saying they feeding all these children, ain't feeding nobody, getting millions from the government. But these the same people say we want to depend on the government and get off the government. Which, if we do, we deserve it. As much as junk us and our ancestors done been through, but not knowing the history, not knowing our struggle, gonna come over here and look down and talk bad about us. I think they said that over $1 billion was spent. They only got millions back. $1 billion spent on luxury cars and jewelry and clothes. And a lot of those Somalians that's in Minnesota, they got businesses. I know people born and raised, uh, had their grandma land stolen, had businesses burnt down, and now they're struggling and can't get no help from our so-called government, always telling us to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps. Then y'all come over here and stand and scan the system and get millions, and while y'all just living the life up over here, y'all looking down on us that paid the way from y'all to be over here. Y'all looking down on the poor people, the poor black people that can't get the benefits and contracts that y'all get, that the government give y'all. Nah, that's not right. A lot of my people can't own businesses. They working paycheck to paycheck. Ain't because they're not educated, ain't because there's no effort. Because we ain't get that opportunity. But when you come from another country, you automatically get that opportunity. Get that government assistance. And then on top of that, they scamming, stealing from the people, making not millions but billions, and buying luxury cars. And while you doing it, looking down on the black community, saying, "Oh, we better than y'all. Look at this money. Look how we living." So yeah, that made me feel some type of way. And now I'm not the type of people say, "Oh, y'all whole community was is that way." But even though we got many troubles in the black community, many of our people call out the BS to the point where a lot of times it's degrading. Well, our own people degrade us, but y'all not even calling out this mess. When y'all do something, y'all don't want to call it out. Y'all just want to shine light on what we do and say it's the whole community. But when y'all do something, don't say nothing about it. And that's just them, not the whole community. It's that immigrant pride. And I always say you should always be proud of who you are and where you're from. But don't come to another country looking down on the people that been there, especially the people that look like you, when you couldn't even get it back home. So you had to come over here, not knowing the struggles and what our ancestors bled and fought and died for. But everybody want us to fight for them. They don't want to be black, but they want to be black. They don't want to be black, but they want the black people to get behind them. Nah, why don't you call the Somalians? I heard the Somalians over there protesting. As they should. That's good. Call on them since y'all not black. Y'all Somalis, and let the Somalians come and help you. Matter of fact, what did Trump say? Go back over there. Go back over there with the Somalis. Since y'all not black, y'all Somalis. Because in America, it don't matter if you Nigerian, don't matter if you from Chad, you are a quote unquote black person. So even though I understand what you're saying, I strongly disagree with you because I know that it's coming out of ignorance and it's coming out of pride and it's coming as this idea we better than y'all. We're nothing like y'all. We don't want to be called black. We don't want to be African. Ugh. Black and African, no. Me not black. Me not African. Me Somalian. We got different cultures, speak different language. Me not black. Me Somalian. And you cope it with, oh, it's the white man turn. And you know, we all got cultures and different cultures, and I'm just proud of who I am. Really being proud of who you are and your ancestors, is being proud of all the people on this globe that look like you, knowing that we are the same in some way. Just as the Caucasians are related and are the same in many ways, no matter where you at on this planet. If you're a so-called Negro uh, person, whether you Somali, Jamaica, Cuban, we are all brothers and sisters. And until we realize that, there's gonna ever be a division. You don't spit and kick on people while they down. Then when you stumble, turn around and ask the person that you've been kicking and spitting on that you say you nothing like to give you a hand. So I hope this is a lesson for y'all Somali. You can be a Somalian, but you are a black Somalian from Africa. And yes, you got your own culture and your own language, just like everybody on this planet and on the continent of Africa got. But you still a Negro, meaning black, from Africa. And if you ashamed of that, ain't got nothing to do with the white man. If you ashamed of that, then you need to get rid of that self-hate. But as always, let Yah be true and every man a lie. Till next time, Shalom.